Hey guys, this is Josh. We're going to go ahead and do a quick review on the SureFire G2 Nitrolon LED version. I probably should have looked this up, but anyways, Nitrolon is obviously some type of polymer or some such. It's pretty attractive, but if your eyes are as sensitive as mine, you can see there's a distinct difference between the color of it and the color of the aluminum bezel. And the texture is also way different. Plus the anti-roll head on this thing doesn't really fit either. But whatever. We're going to go ahead and review this flashlight for you. We'll give you the specs on it, and we're going to go ahead and test the brightness with a new invention I just made. It's kind of like a black hole. We got a nice amount of light in the room. We got a box with a piece of white paper in it. So when we flash a light on it, bam! We get to see just how bright this is in a lit room. Yeah, I know. I'm going to make like $1 million off this. So, this thing started off in grams, so we'll go ahead and start metric for you, and we'll go to something a little bit better later on. Looks like 127.3 grams. And ounces. 4.490 ounces. This houses two CR123A batteries, and these are the original batteries from SureFire. I just opened the packaging. If you don't believe me, you probably wouldn't be watching the video, so don't worry about it. It actually has a nice feel to it. I like this Nitrolon stuff. It's pretty grippy, and the almost pineapple style pattern they have on here really gives a good feeling in your hand. And the odd head actually makes a good stopping point. It's not great for tying a lanyard on. Haven't figured out a good place to put one, but I kind of like this flashlight. I'm not a big fan of SureFire. If you've watched any of my other videos, you probably know that, but I like this one so far. And as it's an early Christmas present for me, that's always good. Now, it only has one on-off mode. Basically, you turn it, and it goes on, or you push a button here, which forces the contacts into engagement, or to contact, and it turns it on. It's just a pressure switch. I'm sure they make a pressure switch that you can hold remotely and squeeze it, but this one specifically said on the box not to mount it on a weapon. You can go ahead and figure out in your head why that is, but that's not too impressive to me. So let's go ahead and see how bright this thing is, and we'll go ahead and compare. Very bright. Very bright. Now, we're going to go ahead and compare it against an old UTG light. That's 120 lumens, by the way. This is also 120 lumens. Also very bright. According to my eye, that looks brighter. Pretty close. Looks like SureFire wins out by a tiny little bit. And this is my Nebo Redline Select, which has a potent 300 and I don't remember, 320? 310 lumens. Now this is not at all focused. This is a huge beam of light that just fills an area, and you have a nice little focus beam. Very, very bright. How bright is it? Well, it's warmer than the SureFire, but the actual brightness does not really look any more intense. Though that has no flood mode, and this thing you can flood the entire box with almost almost equal light as the hot point of the SureFire. It's not as bright, but usefulness, it's more effective. And this, just for shits and giggles, is an old Maglite. Focus point and illumination. So, I'm going to call this a 4 out of 5, guys. I really like this light. I don't like that it's not weapon mountable. I don't care for the fact that it only uses lithium batteries, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. And, I mean, for only being 120 lumens, it's very bright. It has a very nice focus point, and it has the outer rings, which do offer a nice little bit of illumination, so you get a tiny bit of room illuminate, and then you get that focus point. I don't have the specs on the range of the beam, but I'll get that for you. And I'll also try to get some more information on Nitrolon.